Leading businesses, leading communities. Presented by the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce in partnership with Insight. Sponsored by St. Elizabeth Healthcare and hosted by the President of the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, Steve Stevens.
Welcome to Leading Businesses, Leading Communities. This program is produced in partnership with Insight and made possible through the sponsorship of St. Elizabeth Healthcare. St. Elizabeth brings the best thinking from around the globe right here to Northern Kentucky. Because the human specialists at St. Elizabeth Healthcare believe that each person in our community should have access to world-class care throughout every stage of their life. St. Elizabeth Healthcare, the best of what's human and humanly possible. The Northern Kentucky Chamber involves our members in the top local business, civic, and community priorities. Our economy is driven by businesses of all types and sizes. This program showcases 3 leading businesses that are members of our Chamber to help you get to know our business community better. Our first guest today is Randall Landrum, owner of locally owned and operated Junk Gotta Go. Their experienced and friendly team of hauling experts will load your materials from anywhere on your property and do it with a smile. Trained to pay attention to the details that make a difference, the staff will have your property looking better than you could have imagined. Junk Gotta Go is committed to the greater Cincinnati community and to the overall environment. They have strong partnerships with local reuse centers and with nonprofit organizations, where over 50% of the junk that is collected is recycled or donated. Our second guest today is Dr. Hans Otto with Family Allergy and Asthma, a multi-site allergy practice with offices throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana, including their new location in Florence. Founded in 1979, Family Allergy and Asthma provides a full range of allergy, asthma, and immunology services, including allergy skin testing, food challenges, antibiotic testing, exercise challenges, and patient education. They recognize that patients have limitations placed on them due to their allergic or asthmatic condition, and their goal is to remove these limitations to the greatest possible extent, giving patients back their lives. And our third guest today is Shane Heilman with PuraClean Property Rescue. Over 20 years' experience in property mitigation and restoration has earned them the reputation as the paramedics of property damage. PuraClean does more than clean up after a disaster at a home or business. In response to every emergency, they provide a combination of exceptional property mitigation services using advanced techniques delivered with an equal degree of compassion and care. PuraClean rescues homes and personal property and can put businesses back on their feet. Today, our Health and Wellness segment will feature Tony Sklar with Holistic Health Services. In an effort to assist the body in functioning optimally and utilize its natural healing powers whenever possible, St. Elizabeth Healthcare Holistic Health Services offers a blend of both traditional Eastern medicine and modern Western medicine. The term holistic, as used by St. Elizabeth Healthcare, means taking into consideration the full person, not just a set of symptoms. The body, the mind, and the spirit, which includes lifestyle choices, mood, energy level, stressors, occupation, relationships, sleep, and food choices of an individual are all considered. Our Health and Wellness segment is sponsored by Humana, a leading healthcare company. Humana offers a wide range of insurance products and health and wellness services to help people achieve lifelong well-being. So, let's get started. Gary Beatrice with Business Benefits Insurance Solutions will lead us off by introducing us to our 3 leading Northern Kentucky businesses. So, Gary, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. Our first guest today is Randall Landrum. And Randy is the owner of a company by the name of Junk Gotta Go, and I'm excited to learn more about this company. You've got a great name, Randy. Welcome to our program.
Well, thank you, Gary. I really appreciate being on the air here.
Would you tell us a little bit about your company and what you do?
Well, Junk Gotta Go is a company that, if you call us, will come to your house or your business and remove any debris that you may not, have, or you may not have the tools or the ability to move it. We'll come to your house and we'll take care of all that in a fast and efficiency way.
Okay. And Randy, your tagline is, let us do all your dirty work. Tell me about your tagline and what that means.
Well, again, there's a lot of things out there too dirty and nasty for the average family to do, and they may not have the tools to do it. So let's say if you have a shed that needs to be tore down or above ground pool that needs to be tore down, Most families cannot do that. We can come out and do that. And what we like to do, we feel like we bring happiness to a marriage, and let me explain about that, is that, a lot of times the wife may ask the spouse to do a job that, doesn't get done in a timely manner. It might take a couple of days. And, and he wants to go out and play golf. So what we say is, call us, let us do all your dirty work. Let your husband go out and make his tea time. The wife's happy, there's no stress in the marriage, and we'll come out and completely do anything that you need to be done.
Junk got to go, a marriage saver. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
I think so. We've done a lot of work for married couples, and they seem to be pretty happy when we're done.
And I understand you were telling me you also do a lot of work for nonprofits, and you're involved in the community.
One of the things that we want to do is work with the community, and we want to work with nonprofits. And let me give you an example of that. Let's say that we go to a high school, and maybe they want to raise money for their marching bands or instruments or anything. Well, we'll work with those kids' parents and come out and do any work around their house, but we want to donate a certain percentage of our proceeds to either the church, the school, or whatever. It's a good thing to help the community, but it's also the right thing to do.
And you've worked, I think you told me you work with Lifeline?
Yeah, there's a great organization here called Lifeline. And what I usually do, some of the things that we get, might be good furniture or maybe clothes. We take it down to them, drop it off to them, and then they give it to some of the people that need those situations. Again, they feed about 140, 150 families a week. We just want to expand that to other nonprofits.
That's great service. I was looking at your brochure earlier, and you do a lot of things that are really kind of different. Roof repair, roof replacement.
Yeah, we're a full-service company. We're just not a junk company. And a lot of times when I come out and do a job, the first thing I'll do is kind of, look over the house. I may look at the roof, so if you have any problems with your roof, or when's the last time you had your gutters cleaned out. So there's a lot of things we do besides junk. We'll even do painting. We'll do, maybe you're going away for a week and you need somebody to take care of your yard. We'll come out and take care of the lawn for you. So there's really nothing that we won't do to help you.
Fantastic. What a great service.
Yes.
Randy, how do our viewers get a hold of you? How do they learn more about your company?
Well, Gary, they can go to our website, junkgottago.com. They can see all the prices, and we also have a contact page. Also, we have a toll-free number. It's 1-877-880-3786.
Fantastic. It's wonderful having you on this program, and thank you very much, Randy, and support another great Northern Kentucky business.
Thank you very much, Gary. I appreciate it very much.
We'll be back in just a moment.
How do you get a jump on better health care? You start early. You build expertise and technology. Dedicate yourself to integrity. At St. Elizabeth, we're defining the future of health care for Northern Kentucky and beyond, because tomorrow's an opportunity, so we're starting early. Just like we did today. St. Elizabeth Healthcare, the best of what's human and humanly possible.
Well, whether you are at the water cooler, in the boardroom, or even around the kitchen table at your home, the state of the economy remains the focus of many conversations. Much of the work we perform at the Chamber is for and on behalf of businesses. But part of my update today is important to share with everyone in our community. First, a group of regional economists from Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati presented their findings last month at the annual Regional Economic Outlook presented by the Northern Kentucky Chamber and the Cincinnati USA Regional Partnership. From their analyses, they projected that local economic activity, which is measured by gross regional product, or GDP, is expected to increase by 2.4% over the next year. That's an increase from the 1.7% projection we had just a year ago. And that's some good news. More good news is that the 2012 findings predict that employment rates in the region will increase by 1.4% next year, up from just 1.1% this past year. And that will translate to almost 14,000 new jobs for the region. Of those jobs, the manufacturing sector, a powerful component in our economic base, is projected to generate 3,000 of those new jobs. As an indication that our economists may be on the right track, just last month, Linamar, parent company of Eagle Manufacturing, a local manufacturer in Florence who produces automotive engine blocks, announced that due to increased demand for their products, they plan to invest $41 million into their plant and create 138 new jobs. Those are announcements that make us all smile and begin to help us recoup some of the job losses of the past 3 years. The second update for me to share is regarding our ongoing efforts to generate and support international trade in the region. The Chamber was pleased to learn in October that both the U.S. House of Representatives and Senate approved free trade agreements with the countries of Colombia, Panama, and South Korea. This is important to us since Northern Kentucky represents 25% of Kentucky's foreign trade activities, and the newly approved trade agreements have the potential to positively impact more trade activity and employment by local employers. The Northern Kentucky Chamber continually seeks opportunities to provide local companies and individuals with chances to meet and hopefully do business with international delegations. To share an example, just a few weeks ago, the Chamber introduced a few member companies to investment opportunities with Israel Clean Tech Ventures, a leading venture capital fund focused on backing Israel's emerging clean technology companies. Clean Tech is dedicated to building Israel's energy, water, and environmental technology leadership. More recently, the Chamber hosted a delegation from Hong Kong, and later this month we will host the ambassador from Brazil, right here in Northern Kentucky, all to increase valuable trade relations. The Northern Kentucky Chamber is also ramping up our trade and tourism missions for 2012, with a trip to Dubai first on the agenda in January. We'll be introducing some of our local companies to potential trade and business partners. Also during our stay in Dubai, folks from our region will be able to attend the Arab Health Conference, the world's second largest healthcare conference, which will offer a great opportunity for local companies to explore global business partnerships. Of course, if business isn't your game, citizens from our region are invited to travel with us just to enjoy the tourism elements of the trip. Finally, the Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Film Commission will be the featured presenter at the November Eggs and Issues Breakfast to discuss the economic impact of the movie industry on our region. Over the years, several major movies and television shows have used the Greater Cincinnati area as their backdrop. But are you aware of the economic impact and revenue that was generated by those projects? How about the financial impact on the local economy of just one movie? The Film Commission will discuss the numbers and explain what other states are attempting to do to attract the film industry. Importantly, we want to know how we can become more competitive. Right now, we need to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll see another business focus. So, don't go away.
Enhancing the economic vitality and quality of life in the community takes more than just growing businesses. It takes partnership. Business builds business. By connecting you to other business leaders, the Chamber of Commerce creates a stronger, more dynamic business climate that can make a difference in your success and your future. Join the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce today. Call 859-578-8800. Leading businesses, leading communities.
Welcome back. Our next guest is Dr. Hans Otto with Family Allergy and Asthma. Dr. Otto, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your company?
Well, Family Allergy and Asthma was founded in 1979 by Drs. Pollard and Dr. Sublett. They started off in the Louisville area and then have spread to the Kentucky and Indiana area. We're now the 19th office with 14 physicians and 5 nurse practitioners in the practice. Our goal is to bring medicine and allergy care to the underserved areas. The Northern Kentucky market has over 500,000 patients and only 3 other fellowship-trained, board-certified allergists.
That's a great goal. Sounds like you have a fantastic practice. How long have you been with the practice, Dr. Otto?
I joined in July of 2011. I came from the U.S. Air Force, where I served a number of different roles, but most recently was as Chief of Allergy Immunology at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. While there, I was also Assistant Professor of Medicine at Wright State University, as well as Assistant Professor of Medicine for the Uniformed Services University of Health Sciences, which is the military's medical school.
Great.
In Bethesda.
Now, we're at the time of the year with the fall where so many people feel like they have allergies or asthma or colds or something. How do people distinguish whether what they have is allergy or cold?
Well, it can be very difficult. There's no one symptom that differentiates between allergies and a cold, except maybe a fever that's verified by a thermometer. Both colds and allergies can have runny nose, sniffly sneezing, itchy throat. But we can determine those things by a history, a physical, and by skin testing in our clinic.
Okay. Now, our viewers are watching some fascinating things. Right now they're seeing pictures of people getting pin testing. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? I think that's somebody that may suspect they have an allergy.
So skin prick testing or scratch testing is probably the most practical, easiest, and quickest way to get a good answer as to what things you might be allergic to, both in your environment and those things that are surrounding and pollinating you different times of the year.
Okay. Now, if you discover that I do have an allergy, how do you treat it?
Well, the first thing that we always talk about is avoidance. Avoidance as best as you're able, or as best as the environment will allow us. We also have the ability to utilize a number of different medications that are out there. And then a tool that's unique to our toolkit as allergists is immunotherapy or allergy shots, where we actually take what you're allergic to and we put them in a series of vials and slowly desensitize you to those allergens. So we teach your body to stop recognizing those things as foreign and start recognizing them as tolerable.
Okay, that's an amazing field. I find the whole thing very fascinating. It sounds like it's come a long way over the past several years as well.
Yeah, I love doing it and am able to give patients a lot of relief in regards to their allergies and their asthma and other allergic diseases.
Great. Well, Dr. Otto, how can our viewers get a hold of you and get a hold of Family Allergy and Asthma?
Well, they can certainly check us out on our website or give us a call directly at 859-980-7180.
Great. Dr. Otto, wonderful service that you and your company provide, and we appreciate you being part of the program today.
Thank you very much for having me.
We'll be back in just a few minutes with our final segment.
Where can I go to ensure economic vitality and business opportunities?
Where networking and business contacts are provided to grow my business.
Where workforce solutions are provided.
Where I can connect with others on important business issues and community needs.
To get cost-saving benefits from other businesses in the area.
Where I can publicize my business in Northern Kentucky.
Join the Northern Kentucky
Chamber of Commerce, leading businesses, leading communities.
Welcome back. Our next guest is Shane Heilman. And Shane, welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me on.
Shane is with a company called PuroClean Property Rescue. And I notice, of course, that you have the stethoscope around your neck, and you're known as the Doctor of Disaster.
In some circles, that is quite true.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about that in your company?
Well, as we put it, anybody can do what we do. We handle water, fire, mold, and biohazard damage cleanup for properties, both commercial and residential. And a lot of people can do what we do, but we like to pride ourselves in being able to do it the way we do it. And we look at ourselves, just kind of a reminder, we look at ourselves as the agent of healing in a time of need for our customers and our clients.
Well, it's a critical role that you fill, and we appreciate you filling it.
Thank you.
And I understand that you've had tremendous growth. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the factors that you attribute your growth to?
Well, we have had growth. We've, in the past couple of years, we've been able to expand our territory. We now serve a 2-hour circle around downtown Cincinnati. All of our professionals are trained by the IICRC standards and have all earned their certificates. And we really contribute our growth to what we call the 4 C's: compassion, consistency, consideration, and communication. And that's really what has helped us differentiate ourselves in the market.
Okay. Now, Shane, our viewers are watching video right now, but tell us a little bit more about PuroClean's products, its services, and your general service area.
As mentioned, we do serve a 2-hour circle around downtown Cincinnati, and we serve in the areas of water damage, fire damage, mold remediation, and biohazard cleanup. And those are special. The biohazard is a specialty cleanup that we really pride ourselves in doing with some very deep compassion.
Okay. Now, who is your typical customer?
Our typical customers are those customers who really are very fearful and overwhelmed by the fact that they might have to handle a mess of whatever nature it is by themselves. It's extremely daunting to walk into your basement or walk into your home or be gone from town and come back and something has happened to your property in the categories we've talked about, water, fire, mold, and it's just devastating. So our perfect customers are the ones that really think they're going to have to handle it by themselves. We can walk in, grab their hands, take control of the situation, and very compassionately walk them through the process of a really overwhelming process. And it's just difficult to handle, and we pride ourselves in being able to do that very well.
I couldn't imagine. You can't think of too many things that would be more devastating.
It's probably in the top 5 crummiest days of one's life.
Now, why is that customer a good fit for your business?
It's a good fit for our business because it allows us to be who we are and serve the way we serve and just be ourselves. Our staff is very, very compassionate. They're all about serving folks. I mean, anyone can do what we do, but there's not very many people that can do it the way we do it with the level of intensity and caring that we do.
Great. Shane, can you take just a couple seconds to describe your emerging markets and customers and also kind of your corporate culture?
Our corporate culture, we really put it into 2 words. It is simply genuine. When we survey our customers and ask them why they keep coming back and why they keep referring us business, the word genuine just keeps coming out over and over and over. And so we've really started to capitalize on that and drill into that. And that has really helped us differentiate ourselves in the market.
Okay. Shane, how can our customers learn more about your company and how can they contact you?
They can reach us 24 hours a day, 365 days a year at 859-689-4440, or they can visit us on a website at www.tristatepuroclean.com. And just to the left is an icon. It says help. You click on that, fill in the information, and we are immediately notified.
PuraClean Property Rescue, and our final guest here today, Shane Heilman. Shane, thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thank you for having us on.
We'll be back in just a minute with our new health and wellness segment.
When disasters strike, like fire, water, or mold, it not only affects your property, it disrupts your whole life. When there's a property emergency, call PuraClean Property Rescue, the paramedics of property damage. PuraClean is there to bear the burden for you when things are at their worst. You'll get peace of mind as well as compassionate and professional service with PuraClean. Available 24 hours a day. PuraClean Property Rescue. Rescuing property, restoring life.
You know that phrase, life's full of surprises? That's true about some things, but it doesn't have to be true about everything. Sometimes looking ahead can show you what's coming. Maybe a summer rain or a winter storm.
Storm number 2 that will be making some.
Maybe it's an upcoming election.
Could either of the candidates have done anything differently?
Or the next big game.
Fans aren't the only ones talking about tomorrow's big game.
At CN2, we're always looking ahead for Kentucky. CN2, the Commonwealth Network.
Welcome back, folks, and thanks for staying tuned to Leading Businesses, Leading Communities. Our health and wellness segment is sponsored by Humana. Humana offers a wide range of insurance products and health and wellness solutions for employers and individuals. Humana has learned that people are in better health when they are active and engaged in their social lives, their communities, and their families. Humana helps people achieve lifelong well-being by offering products and programs that meet an individual's physical, social, and emotional needs. Northern Kentucky Chamber members receive preferred pricing on Humana's medical, dental, vision, and life products. Contact your health benefits broker for more information, or you can visit humana.com. With me today is Tony Sklar, and she's the director of St. Elizabeth's Holistic Center. Welcome to the show, Tony.
Thank you.
A lot of folks have no idea what a holistic center is. I didn't even know one existed right down the street from me. So can you tell us what it is and where is it located here?
Okay. The Holistic Health Center of St. Elizabeth is located at 210 Thomas More Parkway, which is right across from Thomas More College and actually backs up to the Duck Pond if you're familiar with that area. And the Holistic Health Center provides integrative therapies, which are physician-supervised therapies that are reflective of modern medicine and Eastern medicine combined to provide hopefully the best for each individual. Some of the therapies include acupuncture, massage, energy work, reflexology, craniosacral therapy. We do have individual sessions for things like clinical hypnotherapy, stress management, nutrition consultation, and then we have classes as well, like Tai Chi and yoga, 4 weeks to a new you,
Wow.
cancer fitness, you name it.
Lots of stuff, and these are becoming very popular, I understand. And so if you had to look at yours versus others, what do you think makes yours most unique?
Well, one thing definitely is because all of our services are physician supervised, we know that a person who self-refers, thinking that maybe they're having migraines, is actually going to be appropriately treated if indeed they have migraines, and if they don't, we're going to catch it and suggest whatever is most appropriate for them for their health. In addition to the physician supervision, all of the practitioners are licensed and or certified in their area of expertise, and we adhere to the St. Elizabeth Canopy of Accreditation standards. So you can't get much better than that.
Sure. Now, you know, it's a good thing that physicians are supervising, but does that also mean that you have to have a physician's order to be able to take the therapies and so forth at that facility?
Absolutely not. You can self-refer, physicians can refer, friends can refer. If a person is referred by their physician and they are comfortable with it, we will send a note back to the physician so that that person is aware of the client's treatment, and if the client prefers not, then we honor that as well.
And so what about the costs associated? Is that covered by insurance? Can you pay for it through insurance, or is that cash, or how do you pay?
Well, the majority of the services are fee-for-service, which is where the person pays out of pocket. Flexible spending accounts, health savings accounts certainly apply because it's a hospital-provided service. Acupuncture, in many circumstances, is covered by insurance, and as we become more and more familiar with the positive outcomes with integrative therapies, more and more insurance companies, Humana included, are picking up the costs for these services.
And what's your schedule? What are your hours? Are you open
We're open
most days?
Monday through Friday with secretarial support, but also evenings and Saturdays by appointment.
Great. Well, Tony, this is super. On the screen, folks, you're going to be able to see some information. So if you have questions and you want to learn about the Holistic Center in more detail, please refer to the website or that phone number. Tony, it's been great to have you on the show and learn a little bit more about another service and facility of St. Elizabeth Hospital. Folks, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up this edition of Leading Businesses, Leading Communities, so don't go away.
When you think about it, courage is a muscle. You got to keep it strong. Build it up, because you'd be surprised what that muscle can do. At St. Elizabeth Healthcare, orthopedics is designed to return your body to where it used to be. And even better, so you can feel confident again, physically and mentally able, getting you back to the things you love. St. Elizabeth Healthcare, the best of what's human and humanly possible.
Folks, that's about all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank our guests from the Business Focus segment of today's program: Randall Landrum, Junk Gotta Go; Dr. Hans Otto, Family Allergy and Asthma; and Shane Heilman, Pure Clean Property Rescue. And we had Tony Sklar with St. Elizabeth's Holistic Health Center. Finally, we thank our title sponsor, St. Elizabeth Healthcare, and our friends right here at Insight, who co-produced this program with us. The Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce provides unique opportunities for businesses by creating a climate for growth and success. Our members make a difference by connecting to important business, civic, and community priorities through the Chamber. We invite you to have your business showcased right here on our show. Please contact the Chamber for more information. You can also follow us on Twitter at NKY Chamber. All businesses are invited to join the Northern Kentucky Chamber by visiting our website at www.nkychamber.com, or you can just call us at 859-578-8800. Thanks for watching Leading Businesses, Leading Communities. We'll see you next time.
You've been watching Leading Businesses, Leading Communities, a presentation of the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce in partnership with Insight, sponsored by St. Elizabeth Healthcare. For more information about this program or to join the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, please call 859-578-8800 or visit www.nkychamber.com.